Toxic people, narcissistic people, those who want control and power over you, maybe even everyone in their lives, they will never want to hear your honest opinions about anything. To them, you will always be an object. So I hope you can stop asking for any validation or approval or attention or love or care, whatever you wanted from them, because it's only a wish and a hope. Because that kind of a person who does not let you have your own opinions, your own healthy boundaries, to stand up for yourself when you need to, they are simply just cruel and toxic. Because we are God's chosen ones, earth angels and starseeds, empaths and highly sensitive people, and especially if you are a woman too, like I am, I believe that we can be very much attacked, too much attacked by the devil and its demons within these people who are toxic to us. I think it's very typical that an empath, HSP woman, is in a relationship with a narcissistic man who abuses her and just takes advantage of her and just hurts her and destroys her, like what happened to me. Laughs at her pain if she's sick, ill, for example, in deep pain. So because it's the devil's plan, and the devil seems to be around everywhere in this world, which is very, very sad and crazy to witness, with the wars and, you know, all these horrible things going around in the world when people get hurt and killed and all of that. So it's so devastating. But it's real. It's real life. So we cannot be saying that it's not. We cannot be pretending like it doesn't exist. But it is just simply devil's work. It's nothing more. So, as God's chosen ones, sensitive beings, I believe that we can also be in our own high vibrations, feeling peaceful, feeling balanced, but we can still attract and encounter those toxic people because it just happens. And because we don't have control over that. We have control over our own lives, yes. And that is the control that God has given us, that we should be using, of course, every day. But our faith can be tested, and our feelings, emotions, and everything can be very tested. But of course, then also there is a limit to everything too. So because I've been talking about manifesting lately, if you've been watching my videos, reading my posts, I've been talking about manifesting a lot. So yes, we do have the power within us over our own lives and realities. And we have to be in charge of, you know, who has access to us and who doesn't. Because so many people can just be hurting us and we don't necessarily expect it. So of course we have to be, you know, protecting ourselves in any way we can. Anyway, I hope that you won't open up to another person who will betray your trust and take advantage of you and hurt you again, break your heart, for example. It's just so hurtful when they do that. And we don't we don't deserve things like that. So Yes, we should always have kind people, healthy people in our lives, smart adults who don't get triggered just because you are being you and saying what's on your mind and setting your boundaries. And usually it should be attractive when a person is confident and has boundaries anyway. So the fact that we can easily be just too kind and too trusting, I've been there so many times in my life, and I wish that I would have known better, that somebody would have been there to guide me and support me and to tell me to watch my back and all of that. And it's so sad that nobody ever did. Usually I've been the leader in my relationships, and even though I'm sensitive, apparently I had to be a leader, and it's been hurting me a lot this entire journey, especially healing after my son's toxic ex, who was very abusive, and then my last ex, who I was just talking about. So of course it would be a lot easier, for example, if you can just cut off an interaction immediately when you sense and see and feel that something's off. So that would be the ideal situation, of course. But I believe also that usually we try to communicate and we try to understand the other person and, to solve the issue or whatever it is that we're dealing with. And it's so sad that, this just happens, that out of nowhere the person can attack you and blame everything on you, like you are being somehow difficult or something. Anyway, I have had to do my own share of cutting people off, and I'm sure that you have too, and I'm sure that you will continue to do that, and I hope you will continue to do that. And I just want to say that that this can be daily life, that we have to do this. We have to be blocking people off. Like, for example, I've been having people on Instagram asking me for money lately, or some other weird things, and it's very off to me. So it feels like something is really off when these things happen. And of course, all I can take care of is my own energy and where I'm coming from. And so of course we are more safe the sooner we can notice the signs and cut those off, those people or situations that are not serving us. We're supposed to do that for self-protection, for peace protection, for self-care. So we don't owe those people anything. Yeah, it's definitely not worth it to be ruining your week or your day for those kind of people. And you're not supposed to be their free therapist, their mother or their father. And that is really how they make me feel. If they trigger on me, they make me feel like I'm responsible for them. Anyway, of course, energies manifest. So of course we want to pay attention to the energies where we're coming from. Of course, also mistakes can happen. So we also have to always be merciful on ourselves, that life happens and things happen. So it doesn't mean that life should be perfect, and it's never perfect in that way. So we of course have to also keep in mind that things can happen, no matter, even if we had done everything that certain issues shouldn't happen. But yeah. And yes, if a person makes you feel like you are responsible for their issues and it's a stranger or somebody from somewhere who you don't know, and they are even supposed to be helping you in some ways, it is, you know, such a weird situation. And clearly this person could use some therapy and some help, because triggers always tell that a person has pain within them. So whoever experiences triggers, especially if they come out of nowhere, there are deep issues, deep trauma within that person. And of course, demons love that. You know, devil loves to use people like that. And it's also important that you don't change. That you can be who you are, that you are who you are, especially when you are healing from these kind of traumas and issues. It's important that we can be who we are anyway. And be empowered and keep ourselves safe. Because it's never worth it to be losing health over this. Whatever it is that is happening, it's not worth it.